Have you ever looked at your lab report and seen that little word creatinine sitting higher than it should be and felt your stomach drop? You tell yourself it's just a number, maybe dehydration, maybe nothing serious. But what if I told you that number is your kidneys crying for help, quietly, desperately, long before pain ever begins? Every single day I meet people who ignore that silent warning until it's too late, until their legs swell, their blood pressure spikes, their energy fades, and their world shrinks to hospital visits and endless medication lists. The truth is, kidney disease doesn't crash into your life overnight. It creeps in while you sleep, one meal, one sip, one harmless snack at a time. But here's the hope I want you to hold on to. Healing can start in the smallest, simplest moments sometimes with just a handful of the right foods. I'm Dr. Johnny, and in this video, I'm going to show you how 8 ordinary snacks hiding in your kitchen can do something extraordinary, help lower creatinine, calm inflammation, and revive tired kidneys naturally. No pills, no side effects, just real food with real science behind it. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which snacks can quietly save your kidneys and which ones might be silently destroying them. Let's start with something so ordinary most people overlook its power: a simple apple. I know it sounds almost too basic to matter, but sometimes healing hides in plain sight. Picture this: Margaret, one of my patients, age 72, came to me with swollen ankles and a creatinine level that had quietly climbed to 1.9. She'd tried cutting salt, drinking more water, even skipping breakfast coffee, but nothing changed. Until we added one ritual: a crisp apple eaten whole peel and all every single morning. Within 3 months, her labs told a different story. Creatinine down 0.4 points, blood pressure steadier, mind clearer. And the secret wasn't magic, it was chemistry. That apple skin is loaded with ferulic acid, a plant compound that flips on your body's detox switch, known scientifically as NRF2. When NRF2 wakes up, your kidneys start producing protective enzymes like glutathione peroxidase, which neutralize oxidative stress and push waste, yes, including excess creatinine, out more efficiently. Think of it like pressing the refresh button inside your kidneys. 1 cup of apple slices, roughly a medium apple, provides around 5 milligrams of ferulic acid, enough to activate those internal cleaning crews. In a 20-20 meta-analysis published in Antioxidants, researchers found ferulic acid cut kidney fibrosis markers by as much as 42% in animal models. That's not folk wisdom. That's hard science pointing to regeneration at the cellular level. Now, most people peel their apples or grab them juiced, not realizing they're throwing away the very part that heals them. Keep the peel on, slice thin, and chew slowly. That slower pace mixes natural enzymes in your saliva, helps pre-digest sugars, and lets the cleansing compounds absorb evenly. Want to boost it further? Dip those slices in a spoon of almond butter. The healthy fats dramatically increase ferulic acid absorption and keep blood sugar steady. Margaret says it best: I never thought something as small as an apple could make me feel alive again. And she's right. Healing rarely roars, it whispers through consistency. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next food doesn't just whisper healing, it sings it. A cooling green snack that hydrates your kidneys better than any detox drink you've ever seen. If apples whisper healing, then cucumbers practically sing it. There's something quietly powerful about this crisp green food that most of us only think of as salad decoration. But inside that watery crunch lies one of the purest forms of kidney therapy nature ever designed. I remember a man named Robert, 65 years old, retired engineer, always joking that he was too stubborn to drink plain water. His blood tests told another story: rising creatinine, borderline dehydration, and constant fatigue. When I asked what he snacked on, he laughed, "Mostly crackers and coffee, doc." So we swapped that habit for something deceptively simple: chilled cucumber slices soaked overnight in lemon water. 2 months later, Robert's creatinine had dropped by 0.3 points, his swelling gone, and for the first time in years, his urine tests showed cleaner filtration markers. Why? Because cucumbers are more than 96% structured water, nature's perfect hydrator. That water doesn't just quench thirst, it travels directly to your nephrons, the microscopic filters in your kidneys that clean your blood every minute. But the real magic comes from a rare plant compound called cucurbitacin E. Cucurbitacin E works like a gentle, natural anti-inflammatory. It targets the same enzyme, COX2, that painkillers like ibuprofen suppress, but without the side effects that can damage your kidneys over time. In a 2022 study from the National Institute of Health Sciences, daily cucumber extract improved kidney filtration by up to 35% and lowered inflammatory markers significantly in chronic kidney models. That's a big number for such a humble vegetable. And don't underestimate the skin. That's where cucurbitacins are most concentrated. When you remove the peel, you strip away the strongest anti-inflammatory shield your kidneys could ask for. Keeping it on turns each slice into a mini detox tablet crafted by nature itself. Here's the trick I give my patients: soak thin cucumber slices in lemon water overnight. The citric acid helps dissolve oxalates, tiny crystals that can lead to stones and irritation, and the cool infusion gives you a refreshing, kidney-safe morning snack that feels almost medicinal. Cucumbers don't just hydrate, they harmonize, helping your liver and kidneys work as one detox system. The result: less nitrogen buildup, smoother blood flow, and fewer hidden toxins clogging your system. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next fruit doesn't just hydrate your kidneys, it guards them like armor, shielding every tiny blood vessel from the inside out. If cucumbers cleanse like cool rain, then blueberries protect like a storm shield. This tiny fruit carries more strength in its skin than most people realize, strength your kidneys desperately need. I had a patient, Susan, 69 years old, who came to me after months of feeling drained. Her blood sugar was borderline diabetic, her GFR was slipping, and she told me, "Doctor, I'm scared my kidneys are getting tired." Instead of more pills, I asked her to do something simple: swap her nightly cookie for one handful of fresh blueberries. 6 weeks later, her lab results didn't just improve, they surprised even her nephrologist. Her oxidative stress markers dropped by almost 23%. Her energy returned, and her blood pressure finally stabilized. The secret behind that transformation lies in one group of pigments, anthocyanins, the deep blue compounds that give these berries their color and their healing punch. Anthocyanins are like microscopic bodyguards for your glomeruli, the kidney's delicate filtering units. They reduce inflammation, prevent scar tissue from forming, and protect the microvessels that keep filtration smooth. Research from Tufts University found that older adults who ate blueberries daily for 8 weeks experienced significant improvements in vascular health and kidney protection. Think of it this way: every handful of blueberries fortifies your kidney's armor from the inside out. And here's another layer of power: they also help balance insulin sensitivity. Since diabetes is the #1 cause of kidney failure, this single fruit addresses 2 root problems at once: blood sugar and filtration. On top of that, blueberries increase the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes your blood vessels, improves circulation, and lowers pressure on the kidneys. That's why people who eat blueberries regularly often notice fewer dizzy mornings and less ankle swelling. But be careful, not all blueberries are created equal. Dried or sweetened versions lose most of their antioxidants and load your system with sugar, which cancels the benefit. Always choose fresh or frozen, never dried. And if you want to double their healing effect, combine them with a few crushed walnuts. The omega-3s in walnuts amplify the anti-inflammatory response, giving your kidneys a 1-2 punch of protection and repair. Susan told me, "I never thought fruit could feel like medicine." I smiled and said, "That's because real food always was medicine. We just forgot how to use it." But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next vegetable doesn't just protect your kidneys, it rebuilds them from the cellular level up using color vitamins and chemistry that most people overlook completely. If blueberries build your kidneys' armor, then red bell peppers repair the damage that armor has already taken. These bright, glossy vegetables aren't just color for your plate, they're like fire extinguishers for inflamed kidney cells. Their weapon of choice: vitamin C, and lots of it. One single cup of sliced red bell pepper delivers around 190 milligrams of vitamin C, more than double your daily requirement. That's not just immune support, that's biochemical reinforcement. Vitamin C acts as a reducing agent, donating electrons that neutralize the free radicals tearing through your kidneys every day. Picture it like a shield catching sparks before they burn through the filter tissue of your glomeruli, the tiny clusters that do all your blood cleaning work. I once met Eleanor, a 74-year-old woman who had stopped eating bell peppers because she believed their bright color meant they were too strong for her kidneys. When we reintroduced them, just a few strips lightly roasted in olive oil 3 times a week, her energy started returning. Over 2 months, her creatinine dropped from 1.6 to 1.3, and her GFR climbed by 7 points. She said, "I didn't change my pills, just my plate." That's the quiet revolution these peppers bring. A 2021 clinical review from the American Society of Nephrology confirmed that higher vitamin C intake correlates with significantly better eGFR in adults over 60. It's a clear reminder that antioxidants aren't a trend, they're a tool. And since red bell peppers are naturally low in potassium, they're safe even for people on restricted renal diets. The bonus: they also strengthen blood vessel walls through collagen synthesis, improving circulation, and preventing micro tears that can worsen kidney strain. The secret to keeping their power is simple: don't overcook them. Heat destroys vitamin C. Instead, roast them gently or saute them for just a few minutes with olive oil to lock in their nutrients while increasing absorption through healthy fats. That's when they transform from salad garnish to full-fledged kidney therapy. Color matters. In nature, red often signals danger, but in your diet, this shade of red means rescue. It's proof that sometimes the brightest foods do the deepest healing, but only knowing this isn't enough because the next snack looks playful and innocent. Yet it can bind toxins before they ever reach your kidneys, changing the way you think about junk food forever. Who would have thought that one of the best kidney snacks could come from movie night popcorn? Yes. Popcorn can quietly clean up the mess that modern snacks leave behind, but only if it's prepared the right way. Forget the buttery, salty versions that drown your kidneys in sodium. I'm talking about air-popped, unsalted popcorn, a crunchy, satisfying food that your kidneys actually love. Let me tell you about James. He was 63, a retired bus driver who couldn't let go of his habit of chips and pretzels. His blood pressure was always creeping up and his creatinine sat at 1.8. I asked him to try a simple swap: 3 cups of air-popped popcorn every afternoon, no salt, no butter, just a sprinkle of turmeric. At first he laughed. "Popcorn, doc, that's not medicine." But after 6 weeks, his lab said otherwise. His creatinine fell to 1.5, his swelling eased, and he told me, "For once, my snack doesn't fight against me. Here's why it works." Each serving of popcorn delivers about 3.6 grams of insoluble fiber, the kind that grabs onto uremic toxins in your colon before they can ever reach your kidneys. Think of it as your digestive system teaming up with your kidneys. While your gut binds and flushes out waste, your kidneys get to rest and repair. According to the National Kidney Foundation, increasing dietary fiber intake has been linked to a 13% reduction in serum creatinine among patients in early-stage kidney disease. That's a quiet but powerful number. Popcorn is also naturally low in sodium and phosphorus, 2 of the biggest troublemakers in processed foods. And that satisfying crunch you love, it's more than texture, it's psychology. Crunching slowly helps you eat mindfully, stabilizing cortisol and reducing the stress hormones that tighten blood vessels and worsen kidney strain. For a simple upgrade, dust warm popcorn with turmeric powder for added anti-inflammatory punch, or toss in a spoon of nutritional yeast for B vitamins that support energy and filtration. Every handful becomes both comfort and medicine. James still watches his evening shows with a bowl of popcorn, but now instead of bloating and pressure, he says he feels light and clear. "Doc," he joked, "last visit, I never knew healing could taste like movie night. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next snack doesn't just cleanse or protect it, powers circulation, lowers blood pressure, and opens up the blood vessels that feed your kidneys every second of the day." If popcorn feels like comfort, celery is renewal. Crisp, cool, and quietly powerful, it's one of those foods people underestimate until they see what it does to their blood pressure, circulation, and kidney flow. I once had a patient named Gloria, 67, who came to me constantly tired, bloated, and frustrated that every medication made her feel worse. "Doc, I'm drinking more water, but I still feel heavy," she said. What she didn't realize was that hydration isn't just about water, it's about movement. That's where celery comes in. Celery is nature's vascular relaxer. Inside each stalk hides a compound called phthalate, a phytochemical that helps open up your arteries, reducing tension in your blood vessel walls and allowing smoother blood flow to your kidneys. The result: more oxygen, more nutrients, and easier filtration. In a clinical study from the University of Chicago, celery extract lowered systolic blood pressure by up to 14% in older adults within just 6 weeks. For anyone with kidney strain or high blood pressure, that's not just improvement, it's relief. Each cup of raw celery delivers about 260 milligrams of potassium, a gentle and safe amount that helps your cells maintain balance without overwhelming weakened kidneys. It also contains apigenin, a natural flavonoid, with mild diuretic effects. Unlike pharmaceutical diuretics that dehydrate and stress the system, apigenin promotes steady, gentle urination, helping the kidneys flush excess nitrogen and uric acid without risk. That's why many of my patients notice less swelling in their ankles and clearer skin within weeks of adding it to their diet. Here's my favorite trick slice. A few celery sticks, soak them in cold water with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and let them chill in the fridge for an hour. The infusion amplifies detoxification and gives you a crisp, refreshing afternoon snack that energizes instead of sedates. Or pair them with a spoon of hummus the healthy fats make, apigenin more bioavailable, giving your body a double dose of vascular support and anti-inflammatory protection. Gloria began doing this daily, just a few sticks with lunch or before dinner. Within 2 months, her swelling had almost disappeared. Her energy returned, and she told me with a laugh, "Doc, my body feels lighter than my grocery bag." Celery isn't flashy, but it's one of the quiet warriors of kidney health, lowering blood pressure, improving circulation, and clearing waste all at once. It reminds us that healing doesn't always come in a pill bottle. Sometimes it's hiding in the crisper drawer of your fridge. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next food doesn't just move the blood, it cools the body from the inside out, acting like an internal sponge that soaks up waste before it can ever harm your kidneys. If celery opens the channels of circulation, then watermelon rushes through them like a cool river, washing every corner clean. This summer fruit isn't just refreshing, it's medicinal hydration disguised as sweetness. I'll never forget David, a 70-year-old retired carpenter, who told me, "Doc, I drink water all day, but I still feel heavy and swollen." What he didn't realize was that not all water behaves the same once it's inside your body. Watermelon carries structured water bound with amino acids and electrolytes that move through your system far more efficiently than plain liquid. Its secret agent is citrulline, a rare amino acid that transforms into arginine, which then becomes nitric oxide, the molecule that opens up blood vessels, improves circulation, and enhances kidney filtration. Think of nitric oxide as nature's way of turning up the water pressure in your body's filtration system. In a 2021 study published in Kidney and Blood Pressure Research, adults with early-stage kidney issues who increased arginine intake improved renal blood flow and filtration rates by up to 30% within weeks. That's a massive leap for such a simple fruit. And the benefits don't stop there. Watermelon naturally lowers uric acid, easing pressure on overworked kidneys and reducing the risk of painful gout flare-ups that so often accompany poor renal function. 1 cup of fresh watermelon cubes provides a safe, kidney-friendly balance, low in potassium, rich in lycopene, the antioxidant that shields kidney tissue from oxidative decay. It's essentially edible sunscreen for your cells. But remember, it must be fresh. Canned or juiced versions lose the enzymes and the active compounds that make the magic happen. Here's a tip I give my patients: pair a small cup of chilled watermelon with a few mint leaves or a cube of feta cheese. The mint cools inflammation, while the feta's protein helps balance blood sugar and slow digestion, preventing glucose spikes. David did exactly that every evening for 2 months, and his creatinine dropped from 1.7 to 1.4 with 0 medication changes. He smiled and said, "It feels like my body can finally breathe again." Watermelon is more than summer nostalgia. It's a living, breathing filter that works while you rest. Each bite draws out waste, cools inflammation, and leaves your kidneys lighter, freer, and more efficient. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next food doesn't just cleanse or refresh, it rebuilds strength at the cellular level, balancing the minerals that decide whether your kidneys stay healthy or slowly shut down. If watermelon washes your system clean, then brown rice cakes rebuild what's left, 1 mineral at a time. Crunchy, light, and often dismissed as diet food, these humble snacks are actually quiet architects of kidney strength. The key: magnesium, one of the most overlooked minerals in modern nutrition, yet absolutely essential for keeping your kidneys balanced. I met Harold, a 71-year-old former accountant, who thought he was doing everything right. He avoided salt, drank water, took his medications, But his lab work kept getting worse. His phosphorus was high, his creatinine rising, and his doctor warned that dialysis might be next. When I reviewed his diet, one thing stood out. He was magnesium deficient, eating mostly refined carbs with little whole grain. So we added a simple fix to unsalted brown rice cakes a day, topped with mashed avocado or a sprinkle of ground flaxseed. Within 6 weeks, Harold's energy returned. His creatinine stabilized and his phosphorus normalized, all without new prescriptions. The science behind it is clear. One unsalted brown rice cake provides around 15 milligrams of magnesium, and those 2 to 3 cakes daily supply enough to support over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. Magnesium acts like a conductor in your metabolic orchestra, regulating filtration, blood pressure, and electrolyte balance. In a 2023 clinical study from Oregon State University, adults deficient in magnesium were 27% more likely to experience kidney function decline after age 60. That's because when magnesium runs low, calcium starts depositing where it shouldn't in blood vessels, kidneys, even the heart, leading to calcification and slower filtration. Brown rice, being naturally low in sodium and phosphorus, delivers magnesium without adding stress. It's slow energy for tired kidneys, steady, not spiking. To make it even more powerful, I tell my patients to spread a thin layer of avocado on top, rich in healthy fats and plant sterols, or sprinkle flaxseed for an extra boost of omega-3s and detox fiber. Together, they form a trio that fights inflammation, stabilizes blood sugar, and protects kidney tissue from oxidative stress. Harold told me something I'll never forget. "Doc," he said, holding his rice cake with a grin, "it doesn't look like much, but it's given me more strength than any pill ever did." And that's the truth about nutrition. The real medicine doesn't always come in bottles. Sometimes it comes in the smallest, crunchiest bites of discipline. But only knowing this isn't enough, because what you do after your snack, the habits, the hydration, the consistency can decide whether your kidneys simply survive or truly heal. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next. Your kidneys may be small, but their work sustains every heartbeat, every clear thought, every moment you wake up feeling alive. Healing them doesn't require miracles. It requires consistency, awareness, and the courage to make better choices, one snack, one sip, one day at a time. You've now seen how 8 simple foods can lower creatinine, ease inflammation, and strengthen filtration without drugs or side effects. But the real change happens when you take this knowledge and live it. So here's my advice: don't rush it. Start with one small habit, maybe an apple in the morning or a handful of blueberries after dinner. Let your body adjust, listen to how it feels, and build from there. Health isn't built overnight, it's restored through quiet daily acts of care. If this video gave you new insight or even just a spark of hope, don't let it fade. Save this video so you can return to it anytime. And subscribe to the channel, because every week I share new science-backed ways to protect and heal your kidneys naturally. It's my way of helping you stay informed, stay empowered, and never feel alone in your journey. And remember this: no matter how tired your kidneys feel today, they haven't given up on you. So don't give up on them. Give them the chance to heal, and they will. I'm Dr. Johnny. Thank you for being here, for choosing knowledge over fear, and for giving your body the care it deserves. Stay strong, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video where your path to better kidney health continues.